Hello everyone, welcome into the Selah Room today. I am Nicole Victorious, your host, and welcome on into Selah today. I'm so thankful that you're here. Thank you to all of my subscribers who have actually subscribed to the Selah Room. I'm so grateful for you, so grateful to be able to just come into your hearts and your lives and hopefully inspire you and encourage you along the way. Today, in the Selah Room, I have my beautiful, brilliant, talented, gorgeous, strong, independent, free thinker, lover of God, lover of people, Madison Rose Proctor. Welcome into the Selah Room today, baby girl.
Thank you for having me.
Madison and I thought that it would be an appropriate video to do at this time in the Selah Room about homeschooling. Our journey, what our journey looks like, what our journey looked like, where we've been, and where we're going. Is it okay if we do that today?
Yeah.
All right. So Madison, tell me about your homeschool experience. What has this 9 years brought to you? What has it been like for you from beginning to now?
Well, it's crazy that it's been 9 years.
Crazy.
Yeah, it feels like so long, but then like so fast so short at the same time. My homeschooling journey has definitely been amazing. It's opened, homeschooling itself has opened up so many doors. You've opened up a lot of doors with the help of God and everything.
Yes.
So I've grown a lot from it. I've grown as a person, I've grown educationally, and I'm very thankful for it. So
Oh, she's gonna make me get
don't cry.
emotional. I'm not gonna cry. But I'm very thankful. Thankful for our journey. When we first started, I tell everyone I felt like I was on the island of Patmos by myself, did not know what I was doing, but had this strong call to homeschool. This one we had in private school, private Christian school. We were paying dearly for it every month to have her enrolled at this school, and nothing against this school, but she needed more in a different way. They would literally call me and say, Mrs. Proctor, is there something going on with Maddie medically? Is she resting enough at night? Is she eating her Wheaties? Is she eating vitamins? Because she's always finished her work and then she goes right to sleep. And me, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with my child. She's a great eater. She has a great appetite. And yes, she gets her vitamins. She gets her Wheaties every day. She's just bored. Can you give her some extra work to do? Oh, Miss Proctor, we really can't give her extra work. We can give her some worksheets that might, stimulate her while she's here. But can you do something about waking her up during class? I would literally go to pick her up from school at times, and she would be asleep. Mid-afternoon, she would be in full-on sleep mode. I'd take her in, Mikey on my hip, and this one would be sleeping. And it was because she was not stimulated enough. She wasn't getting enough of what she needed out of her education then. Let's speak to the autonomy that you have in your education now. How has your own personal autonomy, me giving you that, because it's important for me as a mom. I've always wanted to give my children the ability to think for themselves and know that God has given them a voice and know that God has a special plan for them. I want them to follow. It is my utmost desire for Michael and Madison to follow their own God-given dreams, not to follow mine. You're not here to be a replica of me. You are here to let the divine Spirit of God lead you and guide you into everything that you're going to be. How has your own autonomy shaped your homeschool journey?
I think, well, when I first started, I was just coming out of school, and I really wanted to bring school to my home, so that when I say that, I mean like, oh, okay, this subject we're going to have specifically an hour and 30 minutes. And then we'll have a 5 to 10 minute break. And
Yes.
then I would do this all myself. It wasn't mom. She'd just be like, okay, like this is all new. But me being me, I'm a very ABCD type
From
person.
the time she was little.
So I kind of had to break that. I definitely have in some areas of my life, homeschooling being one of them. So I've grown and now I'm able to, like, I know what I want to do. So some days I'm able to wake up and say, okay, I'm really feeling this subject, so I'm going to take 2 or 3 hours or the whole day sometimes
Mm-hmm.
and just go deep into that and then take what's in the textbook and then do my own research. Or sometimes I'll just be on Google and I'll be reading different articles and
Mm-hmm.
looking at different sources, and I'll just do my own unit study pretty much out of nowhere, but I found interest in that. So, um, I, my learning is really in my hands. I've been able to take that and it's my responsibility now pretty much. And so I've definitely grown in that. And I think homeschooling's also taught me how to be more responsible for
Yes.
myself. It's like certain life skills I've had to learn through this. So I definitely have my own autonomy, and it's played a big part in who I am. And I think just as you get older as a person, you gain your own autonomy. Sometimes I'm not going to speak for every person,
Mm-hmm.
but for me personally, that's what it's looked like, and I've just been really able to do more and use more of my own autonomy through homeschooling.
And I think that's a great answer. Thank you for sharing that because autonomy plays a big role in it. I see myself as my children's dream pusher, their goal pusher, their not just their birth giver, as my 11-year-old calls me as of late. Birth giver, good night, I love you. I'm not just their birth giver, but I am their purpose pusher, and whatever it is that God has assigned them to do here on this side of life, it's my goal. It is my desire to push them in the direction of their goals. I know I'm very thankful. There's a woman on Facebook, Christy Jesus Thomas. When I first started homeschooling, no idea what I was doing. She connected me to all of these wonderful Facebook groups, which I was able to go in and find classes for you, find fun things for you to do, co-ops. We've been a part of so many co-ops. We've been a part of so many wonderful classes. Madison is a championship equestrian. Like, God opened the doors through homeschooling for her to be able to do that, for her to be able to be on a horse and taking lessons during the week. Shout out to Joy Walter, the best coach ever, right? She is truly the best cabin run equestrian. We thank God for them and the role that they have played in her life, because that's even giving you a sense of strength, right? Listen, she was the only brown girl with locks on a horse riding up in Bucks County. That just did something for me, and I believe it did something for you too. You gained a lot of strength, a whole lot of courage, right? And you enjoyed it and you found a new passion. And homeschooling can birth new passions inside a child. Things, when I first signed her up for the class, she was like, what? I don't want to be on a horse. Like, I'm not interested, Mom. I'm going to do it because you said I have to do it. But when she started, she fell in love. So homeschooling can open up new doors of opportunity. And we give God thanks for that. What would you say has been your hardest challenge, your toughest challenge homeschooling? Because there has been challenges. We've had, say, for instance, our fire last year, right? That was a hard experience, a difficult experience for us. But thank God for the beauty of homeschooling, because we were able to take the time that we needed to kind of breathe, get our moment of Selah, to get our moment of peace and reflection back, our footing back, so that we could go on. What would you say would be your most transforming homeschooling experience?
Um, well, when I first started homeschooling, my biggest challenge was, I think, I didn't have enough like faith in myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always worried about, like, I still get caught up in like how my grades look and stuff. Of course, we want good grades, but I mean, your mental health is pretty important too. So,
That's primary, right?
yeah, so I think when I first started, I was always concerned with how my grades looked, and I was scared of certain things, and I didn't have enough faith in myself. And as I've gotten older and like I've had to deal with that, because there's some things like I really would not do because of my own fear of like messing up, and I've had to allow myself to be human. And like through homeschooling, I've definitely grown and been able to push past those like fears and kind of internal conflicts, and turn that like fear into like strength.
Yes.
And like
Woo. I felt that, guys.
And really just gain more faith in like trusting myself and knowing like, okay, if you just, you know, whether you ace this test or you like bomb it completely, like it doesn't determine who you are as a person.
Yes.
So I'd say that was my biggest thing.
Yes, and that is so crucial in kids knowing that if you bomb a test, that is not the end all be all. Now, she has done exceptionally well. Like I said, Madison has completed her 9th grade prerequisites and curriculum last year, so she is doing 10th grade this year. My baby will soon be leaving the nest and walking into everything that God has her to do, but without that own personal sense of confidence and responsibility and belief in that she could do it, even if it was hard, even if she gets a grade that didn't look so good on paper, that she could take that test again, or she could take the class again, or she could go a different way. There's more than one way to skin a cat. And in homeschooling, you definitely have options, and you definitely have new ways of thinking. And this experience has just been such a blessing for us, and it has not been without its challenges. First of all, curriculum, money. I've spent tons of money on curriculum. Tons of money on curriculum. Some that she was interested in and it worked, and some that we just had to toss out. A lot of the history curriculums we had to toss out, right? Because they weren't representative of the truth. They weren't representative of us, even as people of color in history. So that's been a joy for me to help her discover and help her learn about new things and learn about us as a people, learn about who she is and from where she came from. That has been a joy for me. But I would say to you all, if you're in the valley of decision, whether you're going to homeschool or not, or whether you find yourself homeschooling your child that's in public school at home right now, first of all, a lot of kids are tapped out just because of the pandemic. And they can't concentrate, and they're not going to be able to concentrate as, business as usual, because it's not business as usual. You have to give your children and yourself this time to reflect, this time to breathe, this time to hear God speak what he's speaking to you and them. Wouldn't you say so?
Definitely.
Yeah. Goals. What are your goals right now, Madison? Because you are in grade 10. What are your goals?
Right now, one of my biggest goals is I aspire to be, I want to go into film, and like I want to write, direct, produce, act. I want to do it all in that area. My mom put me in acting school when I was like 3, and I fell in love with.
She got the bug.
I fell in love with it, and I would just say now, as of last year, I really started getting into like writing my own like screenplays and short films and everything. So
and what have you been a part of?
I've been a part of multiple programs, writing cohorts, and one that really pushed me further into like my writing is this one cohort I was a part of with the Philadelphia Young Playwrights, partnered with the Color Girls Museum.
Yes. Shout out to them.
So that's definitely like pushed me further into my writing and discovering who I am as a writer. So my goal, like short-term goal right now, would be like submitting one of my screenplays somewhere. And
yes, just, because she has many.
Yeah, putting more of my work out there. I have some fear around that, being completely honest.
Sure.
Because sometimes like I get like, maybe I shouldn't, but I'm in a space in my life where it's like, you only live once, so.
And you have to do
it.
this because you know in your knower that this is what God has called you to do. And I'm not just saying this because she's my child. She is a tremendous writer. She has such a gift. You have such a gift. When I hear her words, she comes in sometimes at night and lays across my bed and she'll read something that she has written. And I just start crying because her words, she's able to word things so beautifully, and what she's able to do and put on screen has just been, it's been really beautiful and amazing for me to see you blossom in that way, because that's a gift. Every child is born with a gift, and homeschooling will allow you the opportunity for your child to tap into the gifts that they are passionate about. You have also been taking classes where?
Oh, at New York Film Academy. So if you're like interested in the arts, film specifically, whether it's literally like you want to be behind the camera or you want to write, direct, get into producing, even acting, they're great. They have multiple classes there, workshops, camps for teens, and then younger kids too. So I definitely recommend that. But that's been great.
Yeah, and that has been extremely wonderful for her. Just having the benefit of taking those classes. Once again, homeschooling, opening those doors. Madison's also a junior deacon at our church. So she is actually doing so much there and been able to sponsor new initiatives within her church. So that's leadership, right? That's leadership. Madison also helps me lead my women's prayer group that I have on Tuesday nights. So again, homeschooling, it's just, kind of just spiraled into so many things and reached into so many areas of our life. And I am really, really thankful for that. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for your goals and your dreams. And we're just going to keep pushing. What one piece of advice would you give to someone right now who is homeschooling, who's saying, I don't know if I could do this? Or what is your piece of advice to even someone who's your age that's homeschooling and having a difficult time? What advice would you give them?
This sounds kind of cliche, but keep pushing. Literally, like that's what you have to do. There's been multiple times where I personally wanted to just like quit at life, and I'm like, dude, I don't remember signing up for all of this. And you don't sign up for it. It's just like here, and but you can't control that. You have to.
Sorry, it's Kobe.
You have to live and just work through it, and ultimately that's how you become a better person, and you grow as a person, and you grow in life, and then you're able to share that same thing with someone else. And also just do it. I've been saying that a
Just
lot.
do it.
Nike, it's our Nike's
Just
motto.
like Nike.
So literally you have to just do it, whatever it is in life. And you're feeling like, if you're feeling a call towards something right now, just do it. Don't like wait for the right time specifically, because there's like never going to be the right time. There is no such thing as the right time.
Right.
So like there's no better time than the present. So just do that and keep pushing.
Use your faith.
Trust in yourself, because a lot of times, especially kids my age, it recently too, I think this whole thing has really gotten to us with like online school and this whole pandemic.
Not being able to see your friends.
Yeah, we don't have enough faith in ourselves. So have faith in yourself, trust in yourself, trust that you can do it. You have God placed like that power within you to like, if he felt like you couldn't get through this like in life, then you would not be here. You're not here just for whatever, but you do have a purpose. So just keep going.
Just keep going. And that is exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Keep going. And there's been times in our journey where we've had to stop and say, oh my God, what's going on? but we've been able to keep going and keep growing in the process. And I really hope this video blessed you today. I hope it was a source of encouragement for you today. We will be on again to discuss some more maybe homeschooling tips and things like that. Like I said, in no way am I encouraging you and saying this is how you have to do it. We just wanted to get on and share part of our journey and say this is what God has called us to do.
Before we end this video, like my mom said when we first started, people were questioning her and like, you don't have a degree in teaching, how are you going to do that? If you're feeling led to homeschooling or like taking your kid out of school, even putting them like in online school, which pretty much we all are now, but if you feel like doing that yourself, you don't have to have a degree. All you have to do is like live life. And I think the great thing is that it's not just been a growing experience for like Michael and I, but it's been for like you and Dad too.
Yes.
So don't like count yourself out just because you might not have a certain degree in teaching, education, whatever. You can do it literally if you've lived life, which we all have. We are living life, then you can do it. So I just wanted to say that.
Straight from the mouth of my baby girl. I'm so grateful for her, and that is so true. You can do it. If you're feeling led to this thing, if you're feeling like you've been in this and you just need a fresh burst of wind, I hope that we were able to give you that some inspiration and some hope today in homeschooling. Listen, it's not for the faint of heart and it's not easy, but nothing in life worth having is easy. I am seeing the fruits of my labor, some of them now, and I thank God for this experience and the opportunity to call myself a homeschool mom. I always tell people I was an older mom when I had my kids, and my kids were wanted and desired, and I said, Lord, if I could have anything, please just give me the ability to really, really raise my children. And He has. And I want to let you know that you can homeschool, whether you're working in corporate America, whether you're running a business, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whatever you do, whether you're a dad who says, hey, I'm going to take the reins, because dads too can have the opportunity to homeschool. Anybody can. We just want you to believe in the fact that yes, you can too. Thank you so much today for coming on, Madison, and encouraging us. This has been great. Do you want to talk about boys?
Next video.
Next video. Oh boy, I had to put my seatbelt on for that one. But I'm so thankful that you have joined us all. I just want to quickly say I'm wearing my shirt that says Talitha Kum. I preached a message last weekend. I had the opportunity at my church, Bethlehem Baptist, to preach a message called Talitha Kumi. My shirt says Talitha Kum, literally meaning little girl, arise. So I want that to be my life message to her. No matter where I am, no matter where she's at in this world, I want her to remember that story in Mark 5:41, where Jesus took the little girl by the hand and He literally spoke life back into her. We have to speak life into each other. We have to speak life into our children so that they know they can do it. So keep rising, baby girl. You keep rising out there and know that God has a wonderful plan for your life. Enjoy the day, everyone.
Take good care of you and take good care of yours.
Until next time, God bless you. And until we see you again next time in the Selah Room.